In September of 2008, Edna Norwood, freshly retired from Wachovia, accepted an invitation for a 6-month assignment, which was that of executive minister. That 6 months, of course, mushroomed into a 5-year engagement where she has provided effective, efficient, and excellent leadership to our ministry team, and for which we give God glory and honor. In the course of those 5 years, however, she has constantly reminded me that this was a 6-month assignment. And Ty, her husband, may have slipped me a 5 here and there to keep the assignment going as God would lead. However, recently, Edna's desire to resume her retirement has come. And so we want to celebrate the gift that God has made her for the 5 years. To say thank you to her and to Ty for allowing her and supporting her in that way. And now looking forward to what God has ahead. She will continue to be available for special projects, and of course, y'all know me, I always have a project that's going to come, and so we look forward to her continuing to work with us in that way. Reverend Nicole Martin, who many of us know as Minister of Discipleship, she will be the interim executive minister. Nicole brings with her a set of skills that have been honed by God, as well as a passion for the things of God that are like none other. We are thankful to God for her stepping up to this role. We ask that you will pray for her as she assumes this role, and that you will give your full support of her within this role. God has blessed the Park Church immeasurably, and we continue to give him glory for the great things that he has done. God bless.
Good morning, Park family. It's time for our centennial moment. In 1913, a group of young men and women who had migrated from South Carolina to Charlotte began to meet to praise God and to pray. As the group began to grow, they decided to form a church, and that church became Gillfield Baptist Church. Because of their faith in God's call and in his vision, 100 years later, 8 young people have had an experience that changed their lives.
When we first got off the plane, it didn't set in that we were in Africa. And then when we got to the compound, I was like, oh my gosh, we're actually in Africa.
I didn't believe it till the next morning when I woke up and I looked out the window. And I saw people walking to school and to work, and the construction workers working on the building right beside us.
When we went to the Shava Tribe, that was my favorite place too. The kids, when we arrived, they were singing, they were all in a circle and they were singing to us. They were like, we're so very, very happy. We're so happy. And it was just so adorable. And it was really kind of shocking because that's, the first time we saw them. And they were all, covered in dust, and they were, dry, and they weren't able to sweat even though it was 90 degrees out, just because they didn't have any water, and they were singing to us.
For me, it was when we went to the slums. For me, the slums, it was really sad because it was really, really poor. I know we see poor and we think that's poor, but believe me, in Africa is so much worse. And the things they would sell clothing, but the clothing, it wasn't new clothing. And for us, we buy our clothing brand new. And it made me appreciate more because I can buy a new dress or something and I'll put it on the floor. but it made me appreciate more. Like, I can't do that because they don't even have new clothing to purchase. They have to purchase like a hand-me-down.
My most memorable moment was also in the Shaba community when this little kid, he came up to me and he started hugging me, so I picked him up and he wouldn't let go of me. So I carried him around with me everywhere and I played with him.
I'd say most memorable experience was when we visited the Samburu tribe. The kids were very interactive when we taught the stories and skits to them, and when we asked for volunteers, they were definitely excited to be a part.
Would you do it again?
Yes.
Yes.
You would do it again?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's still more to do. Because there's still more to do. More people need our help out there. And there's always more growing for us to do.
It made me feel grateful for what I already have, and I want to go back so I can help others build what they have and grow their relationship with God. Without the prayers and the opportunity, none of this could have came true.
It was the opportunity of a lifetime, something that our parents wish they could do.
On August 9th, we will begin 100 Days to 100 Years of Faith. Various ministries will be celebrating in their own special way. For example, the prayer ministry will have 100 days of prayer. Please go to our website if you would like to participate in any of these events. All of it will culminate with an exciting celebratory weekend with a gala and a homecoming service. I'm Doris Wilson, and this has been our Centennial Moment.